So today I'm going to show you how to play Viper on the new map Pearl. I'm going to show you executes, post-plant lineups, pre-plant lineups, one-ways, walls, everything you need to know about the new map. So starting with attacking A, you want to come into this corner right here, do a wall like this, and then put a crosshair right here, do a left click, and the setup will cover CT, mid link, and whole backside. To play post-plant on A side, you want to go into this corner, aim your right HUD here, do a left click, and this will cover most of default. For your second molly, you want to go right here on the bricks and put your ladder from the first ability right next to the lamp. Do a left click, and this will land on default again. For your third molly, you want to come right here in A lobby, aim for the brick, do a left click, and this will land in default. The final molly is gonna be from mid. Aim your smoke up right here, do a left click, and then this will land on default again. To molly Kabi on A side, you want to come right here, aim your 100 right under the chimney, do a left click, and this will land perfectly in Kabi. For your B execute, you want to come into B main, do a wall like this that it cuts both boxes in half. Come into this corner, aim your smoke icon right between those both red triangles, do a jumping left click, and to molly screens you want to put your left HUD right here, do a left click, and just like this you got a perfect B execute. To play postplant for B side, you want to come into this corner again, aim your snakebite ability right here, the diamond icon should match up with the red triangle, do a left click, and this should bounce off the roof to default. You can combine this lineup with a smoke orb, just aim it right here, do a jumping left click, and this will land on this box and create a nice little one-way. To molly default right here, you want to come into this corner again, put your snakebite ability right here, do a left click, and this will land perfectly on default. For attacking the doors, you can come into this corner, put your middle of your smoke up ability right here, do a left click, and this will create a nice little one-way for mid.
Poison orb emitting.
To smoke of A art, you want to come into this corner all the way back in spawn, put your crosshair right here on the edge of the rooftop, do a jumping left click, and this will land perfectly on A art.
Poison orb emitting.
To do a good one-way for A art, you want to come to this corner again, put your crosshair a bit higher than before, do a jumping left click, and this will land on this edge and create a nice one-way. If you want to get fast mid control, you come right here, the barrier will start about here, do a wall like this, and this will create a lot of space for your team to get mid control and cut off A art and mid doors. To defend B side, you want to come into link, do a wall like this, and this will give you a lot of space to fight for B side, and the attackers need to push through here or here. To do a one-way for B tower, you want to come to this corner, aim your left side of your HUD right here, do a left click, and this will land perfectly in tower and create a nice one-way for the defending side. To do a one-way for B link, you can stay on the staircase right here, do a jumping right click, and this will land right there on the edge. For defending A side, you want to come into A link, do a wall like this. Because of that wall, the attackers need to cross it 3 times, and you have a nice advantage if you just cross it early and then you can protect your orb. To get a nice little one-way for A link, you wanna come all the way to A link, stay onto this brick, and aim your crosshair right here on the brown corner over the N. Do a jumping right click, and this will land right here and give you a nice one-way. To do a pre-planned lineup for B side, you wanna stand right here, aim your left HUD under the window, do a jumping left click, and this will cover default. For your second pre-planned lineup from A side, you want to come into this corner again, aim your line that is between your ult and your wall right onto this line, like this, do a jumping left click, and this will cover most of the right side of default. For your pre-planned lineups from B side, you want to stand next to the generator, aim your toxin bar right here, do a jumping left click, and this will land in Kabi. Molly A default, you're gonna stand next to the generator again. Aim your crosshair from the snakebait ability right here. Do a jumping left click and this will cover default.